Hello, viewers, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. In this afternoon, we need to take a look on what Zanu PF is now pursuing. So, they've lost everything, and they now want to associate Nelson Chamisa with the Ian Smith narrative, which is going around on social media. And I'm going to explain how. Don Zamsoro, who is popularly known as Joy Charamba, says he needs to pronounce himself on this Back to Rhodesia campaign, which is being run by his well-known acolytes. In the absence of his public disavowal of that shabby campaign by his renegades, we will paste it on him and go for him full throttle. Certain recidivist politics are a no. This is what Joe Charamba is saying. So there is somebody who started this narrative. That person is unknown. That person is a ghost. He's using a ghost account. And probably is a ZANU-PF person. He started the narrative praising Smith. And then ZANU-PF started attacking that person. People started to engage into that conversation. A lot of people were simply stating facts as they are in terms of how they view everything. And George Charamba now wanted to drag Nelson Chamisa in the whole Ian Smith narrative. President Nelson Chamisa has been quiet. President Nelson Chamisa has been focusing on his own issues, on his own political journey, on his own, objectives as a leader. But they want to drag him along the Ian Smith narrative. Yes, Ian Smith was evil. Ian Smith destroyed blacks. Ian Smith hated blacks, but he did better to his own people than Emmerson Mnangagwa is doing to his own people. That is the fact. No matter how Mnangagwa will try to run away from that fact, it remains a fact. That does not make me a fan of Ian Smith. That does not need Nelson Chamisa to come and rebuke me for telling the truth as it is, or anybody for telling the truth as it is. This does not make one an enemy of Zimbabwe. Telling the truth is telling the truth. Chakaita mbavha dzakaita mukurumbira dzainzi chidhumo namasendeke. Kana kukazoita imwe mbavha yadarika chidhumo namasendeke, it doesn't mean that we are now taking away the credit of chidhumo and masendeke and give it to another person. No. We are simply acknowledging kuti chero kwakambobiwa kwazouyawo mbavha very serious. Zimbabwe is being looted left, right, and center by the people who are supposed to be protecting the interests of Zimbabwe, protecting the minerals of Zimbabwe for the black people. Those are the same people who are looting. Those are the same people who are acquiring citizenship of other countries. Ian Smith had one citizenship, but we have people who are serving in Zimbabwean government with a dual citizenship. And if you look at the other countries, it's not an African country. It's Britain. These are people who are running away from Zimbabwe, going to Britain, where the parents of Ian Smith or the forefathers of Ian Smith fled from. So while least we are busy bashing everybody and anything, we must remember that we are dealing with people who are leaving Zimbabwe right here. ZANU-PF people who are leaving Zimbabwe because of the mess which they create. They do not bank in Zimbabwe. They do not get treated in Zimbabwe. They do not buy properties in Zimbabwe. They do not buy clothes in Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is a looting ground. And they go and enjoy the proceeds elsewhere. So when you see them coming right here to say we are going to paste each and everything on Nelson Chamisa, just know that vabatwa panonaka, because people are telling the truth, and their only scapegoat is Nelson Chamisa. Yes. Endai kumamaini ese kune matad roads ariko. Kune zvipatara zvaivakwa ikoko. Kune zvikoro zvaivakwa ikoko. Kune makomboni aivakwa ikoko ekuti vanhu vaigonawo kugara zviri nani. I want to give you an example. Mashava mine. There is a third road from Bauman along Zvishavane Masvingo Road to the mine itself. There is a third road. There is a compound which workers were living in. But go to the Chinese mines. There are dust roads everywhere. The roads are bad, not maintained. There is no tap water. There is no electricity. There are no houses for workers. No clinic whatsoever. No school. That is a fact. Which means you have failed to put in place a plan for development to make sure that in each and every area you are extracting resources you develop. You have failed on that. So instead of ZANU-PF and Mnangagwa to improve, they are actually placing a blame on Chamisa, who is quiet. Chamisa ndakandogara ndichitaura nditi hataurirwe, hasvikirwe, anozvisvikira ega. Nelson Chamisa is a man who can speak, is a man who can read and write, is a man who can actually give his own opinion on his own. So why does he need to be involved in petty engagements? Why does he need to be involved in issues which the citizens are raising against ZANU-PF? Why can't ZANU-PF face this issue on its own? They can't. Why? It's because they have lost this issue, because Ian Smith was a better thief than them, was a better human rights violator than them. They are still using the laws of Ian Smith right now as we speak. They're using the laws of Ian Smith to arrest you, to arrest me, to arrest everyone else. They are still using the repressive laws of Ian Smith. They have even created worse repressive laws for their own people. Land yakabiwa nevarungu vachipanana pachavo ndo yavakuprivatiza vachipanana matitle deeds pachavo zvekare. So vakangotora land kuvarungu ndokubva vakontinya with the same system iyoyo yavarungu, but vakupanana title ivo pachavo. So who is better than the other? I always say kutadzirwa nemutorwa hakurwadzi pane kutadzirwa nehama yako. Mutorwa unotongoziva kuti uyu mutorwa haana basa newe, haana hanya newe, but hama yako ndiye munhu waunotrasta, ndiye munhu wekuti akabika chikafu unodya, ndiye wokuisira poison. It can't work like that. ZANU-PF must distance itself from the looting, must make sure that they deal with this issue, and must stop scapegoating and must stop blaming other people. So you cannot censure Nelson Chamisa simply because the people are saying or are telling the truth or are giving their own views or are comparing. Tichikura isu takanga tichidzidziswa kunzi kune chinonzi good, kunonzi chinonzi better, kune chinonzi best. Saka isisu tiri kuti ichocho chinhu chinonzi comparison cho ndo chaizotipa good, better na best. It's a matter of comparing. So if you are talking about something good and something bad, it's also a comparison. So these people, they do not even know what is called a comparison. When somebody says Ian Smith is better than Mnangagwa, they are not saying Ian Smith is good. They are saying he's a better devil than the one which we have now. Because the one which we have now, ndeumwe wedu atanga takatarisira kuti aifanira kunge achitoti protector kubva kuvarungu. Ndo vari kuba mari vachinoviga kuvarungu, ndo vari kuba mari vachinovaka dzimba kuvarungu, ndo vari kuba mari vachinodevelopa maeconomies evarungu. Yet their own country is burning, their own country is suffering. Now we are going to hear about closure of big shops. Vana okena na TM zvinasifamba zvakanaka. Vana chopis vakatotaura tiri kubuda. Very soon you will start to hear these big companies living out of Zimbabwe. It's not being done by a white man. It's being done by a black man who is hunting out businesses simply because vanoda kudya vega, vanoda kuramba varipo, vari kufungidzira kuti nyika ndeyamai vavo. That is wrong. So the entitlement we always see in Zimbabwe has destroyed everything. And I want to tell this to ZANU-PF people: stop abusing President Nelson Chamisa. Stop involving Chamisa in your own useless things. Face your own things your own way. If you are charlatans, you are charlatans. Just do what is right, and just make sure that you surpass Ian Smith in doing good. You can do it. Tangai kane kuita kuti vana venyu vabve kuma private schools. Tangai kane kuitira kuti vana venyu varege kunodzidza kuna na UK. Tangai nekurega kunorapwa kakuna na India nekwese kwese uko. Ian Smith mukadzi wake akafira kuparire nyatwa achirapwa muparire nyatwa. That is the fact. Why can't you revive the medical systems in Zimbabwe? Sai that munorapwa munyika muchitirwa zvese munyika. Kana muri nani pana Smith, why are you sending your own children yourselves to go and get treated and get educated elsewhere? That is something which is very, very important. Why are you banking elsewhere? Why are you not banking in Zimbabwe? Why are you destroying? Why are you not? You know, ndinorwadziwa kuti gold rikabuda, hurumende iri kutora less than 5%, and 95% is going into the pockets of individuals, into the pockets of companies, into the pockets of mafias. Why can't you benefit communities? Those questions, they will never answer those questions, but they will come to point fingers at others. Zimbabwe was supposed to be the bread basket of Africa. Tiri chikafu nenyika ine hondo, Ukraine neRussia. Ndo nyika dziri kutipa chikafu. Yet isisu kuno kwatina hondo, tine zvese, mademu ariko, but we are poor. Nothing is working. You have to improve. So instead of blaming Chamisa, instead of pointing fingers on Nelson Chamisa, they must simply do better and prove to the people that we can do far much better. Michael, thank you very much for the contribution. He says Ian Smith was far better than ED and ZANU-PF. So they say mbava, but Ian Smith yanga iri mbava iri nani pane dzatina dzidzi. Ndo chokwadi.